Today we will start center of mass. It can be defined in many ways. One definition is it is the point at which the whole mass of a body or a system of bodies is supposed to be concentrated. It is not necessary that mass should be present at the center of mass. Mass or matter may be present or may not be present at the center of mass. For example, if you take a solid sphere, the center of mass will be at its geometric center. If you take a hollow sphere, here also the center of mass is at its geometric center. In the case of a solid sphere, matter is present at the center, but in the case of a hollow sphere, matter is not present at the center. So from this it is clear that at the center of mass, mass is supposed to be present, may or may not be present in reality. Usually the center of mass lies within the body, if the body has got a regular geometry. If the body is having slightly changed geometry, then in that case the center of mass may lie outside also. For example, if you take a thin rod, straight one, the center of mass lies at its center within the rod. If it is bent, the center of mass lies outside. How much it comes out, that we will consider at a later stage. So one thing is sure, that the center of mass may be present or may not be present within the body. In most of the cases it is present within the body. In some special cases it may be present outside the body. The other definition of center of mass is, if you have got a body, a big body undergoing motion, or if you have got a number of bodies, small bodies moving in different directions, then in these cases the center of mass will not be having any zigzag motion. It will be having a smooth motion, either along a straight line or along a smooth curve. Suppose we have got a spinning ball. If you consider different points present in that ball, they will be having complicated paths, but the center of mass will be having either a straight path or a parabolic path, depending on how the ball is moving. If a ball is dropped, spinning, it is dropped, the center of mass will be having a straight path. If a ball is thrown, spinning, the center of mass will be having a parabolic path. So the path of center of mass will be smooth line, either straight or a curve. The shape of the curve depends on how that body is moving. If you consider the motion of the earth, the different points present on the earth, they are rotating with the earth and the earth is moving in an elliptical orbit. What is the path of the center of mass of the earth? It is a pure ellipse. I hope you understand this. The moon is revolving, rotating about its own axis and revolving around the earth. What is the path of the center of mass of the moon? Almost circular. Suppose we have got a satellite going around the earth, the path of its center of mass will be circular, or shape of the orbit. So here that is the other definition. The third definition is, sometimes it may be asked, where should a force be applied so that the body moves, the body has pure translatory motion? If you apply force at the center of mass on a body, at the center of mass of a body, or at the center of mass of a system of bodies, then this force can cause a pure translatory motion. The path will be straight one. If you apply force at a point other than the center of mass, then the path of the body may be somewhat complicated. This we'll consider at a later stage. That is about the definition of center of mass. Suppose we take point masses. Every point mass will be having its own center of mass. If you have got system of bodies, system is group of bodies. The minimum number of bodies should be 2. They can be 3, 4, any number. In arrangement, minimum bodies will always present along a straight line. If you have got more number of bodies, they may be present along a straight line, they may be spread in a plane, they may be spread in space. Let us consider these cases one after the other. Suppose we have got 2 point masses, M1 and M2. The masses may be equal or they may be different. Suppose by chance the masses are equal, separated by distance, where the center of mass will be present at the center of these two bodies. Exactly in between these two bodies, there will be the center of mass of the system. If the bodies do not have equal masses, then the center of mass also will not be at the center. It will be closer to the heavier body. If m1 is greater than m2, then r1 will be less than r2. This is r1 and this is r2. So we can write it like this: m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2. Mass into distance is called moment of mass. Just as momentum into distance is called moment of momentum, force into distance is called moment of force, mass into distance is called moment of mass. So here m1 r1, moment of mass of the first body, is equal to moment of mass of the second body. This we can also write it as m1 r1 minus m2 r2 is equal to 0, or sigma mr is equal to 0. That means if we take the moments of all the bodies present in the system about the center of mass, the total moment of mass is 0. I hope it is clear to you. This same problem we can write in another way also. Just now we have written m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2, or r1 by r2 is equal to m2 by m1, where r1 is the distance from a body of mass m1. Sometimes it may be given total distance. Suppose the total distance is d and the position of the first body is x from the center of mass, then the position of the second body is d minus x from the center of mass. Then this can be written as x by d minus x, x by d minus x. This is equal to m2 by m1. The distances are inversely related to the masses. I hope it is clear. This formula can also be written in a simplified way like this: x is equal to m2 into d by m1 plus m2. This is the distance of the center of mass from the first body, or let us call it x1. Then the distance of center of mass from the second body, x2, is equal to m1 into d by m1 plus m2. Here you must remember one thing, that d by m1 plus m2 is common in both. If you are considering position of the first body, then we have to write m2 here. Second body, then we have to write m1 here. For example, suppose we have got two bodies of masses. Two kg and 3 kg. Suppose the distance between them is 10 meter. You are asked to find the location of the center of mass. But total distance is 10, half of this distance is 5. You can say that for 2 kg it must be more than 5, for 3 kg it should be less than 5. In one step you can get that answer. You can check from the multiple choice, you can select the right answer. Or you want to go for another state, higher level, then suppose the distance is x from 2 kg, then we have to write from 2 kg we are considering. So x is equal to 3 into 10 by 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 ones are 5 2, this is 6 meter. Suppose we want to find the distance from 3 kg, let us call it x1, x1. Then x2 is equal to, we are considering the distance from 3 kg, so this will be 2 into 10 by 2 plus 3, 5. 5 ones are 5 twos are, so this is 4 meter. Total distance is 10 meter. From one it is 6 meter, from the other it is 4 meter. This kind of problem you will be getting in finding the center of mass of in a bond of two atoms. For example, it may be given like this: we have got a biatomic molecule like carbon dioxide, or hydroxyl ion. If you are considering carbon monoxide, CO, bond length may be given. You will be asked to find the center of mass of this bond from carbon or from oxygen. Carbon mass is 12, oxygen mass is 16. So center of mass, distance of the center of mass from carbon, this can be written as 16 into, suppose the bond length is R divided by 12 plus 16. Suppose you are asked to find the position of the center of mass from oxygen, then 12 into R by total mass is 12 plus 16. You can simplify it afterwards. That is about the position of the center of mass in the case of a system involving only two bodies. Okay, is it clear? Then let us consider three bodies. If you have got three bodies, then there is possibility that they may be present along a straight line or they may be present at the corners of a triangle. First of all, let us consider three bodies in a straight line. Suppose we have got three bodies. They may be point masses, they may be spheres in contact with each other. Suppose their masses are m1, m2, m3. The first body may be present at the origin, may not be present at the origin. To start with, suppose it is not present at the origin. Origin is here. Its coordinate is x1, its coordinate is x2, its coordinate is x3. Then the coordinate of the center of mass, xc is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 whole divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. This can be written in short like this: sigma mi xi divided by sigma mi. That is mass of the total mass of this system. Is it clear? Let us consider one problem. Suppose this is 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg placed at 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. What is the position of the center of mass? Xc is equal to 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 whole divided by 1 plus 2 plus, in the denominator I am not taking distances, I am taking masses. By chance here masses and distances are same, having same numbers. So this will be 1 plus 4 plus 9 divided by 6. This is 14 by 6, that is 7 by 3. Okay. Now there may be a slight change here. Here what we have done, we have found the position of the center of mass. Sometimes you will be asked to find the position of the new body such that the center of mass lies at this point. Suppose let us consider the same problem. We have got another body of mass 5 kg, where it should be placed such that the center of mass is at 1 meter or 2 meter or 3 meter or 4 meter or at the origin or anywhere on that line. Where should a body of mass 5 kg be placed? For this one, you can write the complete formula or you can use the already obtained answer. Suppose the fourth body is 5 kg. M4 X4. So here 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 plus fourth body is 5 kg, no? 5 into x4 divided by, In the denominator we have to take mass 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. This is equal to, the center of mass is already declared as 2. To simplify this, the unknown is only x4. You can find the value of x4. Suppose it is given the center of mass should lie at the origin, then here you take 0, simplify it. Center of mass lies at 3, then you write 3 here, simplify it. So like this you can find the center of mass if the coordinates of all the masses are given, or you can find the position or coordinate of any one body if the location of the center of mass is already given. Is it okay? Let us take 3 bodies. Here we have taken the same problem. This time we are considering one of the bodies at the origin. If the first body is at the origin, then x1 is equal to 0. x2, suppose it is 1 meter, this is 2 meter. Now the position of the center of mass, x is equal to 1 into 0 plus 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 whole divided by total mass. This is 2 plus 6 by 6, that is 8 by 6, that is 4 by 3.